Hey, this is Devin Williams, and I'm going to be doing a elbow hyperextension tape job. Things you're going to need is some pre-wrap. Depending on the size of your athlete, 9 times out of 10, I'll be working with boy athletes. I use a 3-inch elasticon, pre-wrap, and then some scissors, because only Chuck Norris can tear elasticon. First thing that you do, generally what I do is I take some spray adhesive and I spray their arm. I don't want to get it into their armpit because that can really irritate the skin. Keep stuff from slipping and sliding around. Start off about halfway down the forearm where it starts to get skinny. You can tell on the athlete's arm kind of about where you need to go. And then you wrap up to just about mid-bicep. A little bit past doesn't hurt. You can have them hold that there for you. Take your elasticon, run an anchor with it. Don't pull all the stretch out when you're wrapping around, especially when you're wrapping up high. You want to have a little bit of play there so that you're not cutting off the circulation. Another thing that's important to do is if you can kind of have them flex their bicep a little bit, keeps you from cutting off too much circulation. And you're going to get to that point when they're using their arm, they're going to be flexing that out. And you don't want to cut off any circulation when their muscles are flexing. Take that anchor point and wrap it down. Because I use the 3-inch elasticon, it's not really necessary to do 2 different anchor points there, just because you have a large enough working space already. And go down about halfway down the forearm there. You want to avoid getting too much of it onto the skin, of this adhesive onto the skin, just because it'll definitely irritate their skin. Alright, our first strip here is the eye strip. So I take this and I measure it out from top to bottom there, and then I go just a little bit shorter, maybe about an inch, so you can pull some of the stretch out. Now when you're working with your athlete and there's a hyperextension injury, they're usually, if they're really injured, it's gonna cause a lot of discomfort to straighten their arm out all the way. So you take them to the point where you ask them where they start to feel discomfort. A lot of the times they get to about right here, not full flexion, but just enough. So when you put your tape down, you don't want it to allow them to get to full flexion to where it starts to hurt. You want to go just before there, okay? So you can take it and lay your adhesive down, rub your thumb over it so that it really sticks, and then you ask them to straighten their arm out, see if it gets to the point where it hurts or if it's stopping them. So right here, they can straighten their arm out all the way. Pull a little bit off. It's okay if you mess up. Flex it down. Looks like it's stopping them there. Not quite fully flexed. Okay, we'll just lay that down. He'll be okay. And then we take our X strip. So we lay this outside edge on the outside edge of their eye strip, and then you want to come to this edge, this inside edge, to land just right there, okay? And again, you're pulling a lot of the elasticity out of the band here, okay? Pulling it down, measuring it, and then making your cut. Outside edge to outside edge. Laying it down. Kind of want to stay away from getting too many wrinkles in there, or else the tape's not designed to work with too many wrinkles. Same thing on your other diagonal strip here. Lay it down. Kind of measure it out. Pull some of the elasticity out. Make your cut. Ask your athlete to flex for you. Does it stop you before? Not flex your muscles, but straighten your arm out. Make sure it doesn't go to the point where it hurts. You want it to stop them just before. And then you can lay your anchors down. These closing strips help everything from coming undone here. So we'll start down low. Remember not to pull all the flexion out of the tape. You want it to be able to expand and contract a little bit as the muscles expand and contract when the athlete's in play. Then you go to your next anchor point up high, kind of closing this all off. Let's see, I'm not going to cut it, I'm just going to use the rest. And then you rub everything down so that adhesive kind of heats up and sticks together really well. And then you have them flex it for you. Looks good.